All right, so the best part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta was this event. We started on the event already. But so they have this segment. Everybody's sitting around, and the woman who's facilitating wants like an icebreaker.
I'm gonna do a quote. She's doctor of something.
Yeah, right. I'm a doctor too. So she's facilitating, and she's like starting people off. Like, just tell me about. I guess. Well, her question was, tell me if you're in a relationship and how long. That's all she asked. Mm-hmm. So Nene started with, I've been married for 19 years, blah, blah, blah. They're going down the road, And I also like about Claudia is that she's like, I'm 41 years old. Nobody asked her how old she was, but she's proud of her age. She's not hiding anything.
And
like, I'm 41 and I'm dating. I was married once. It didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh, I didn't know that. And it was just, it was a nice moment. Here come Demetria, is her name?
Yeah.
Why is she on the show, first of all?
She's trying to get her...
She's trying to get on.
Like, vying for the spot.
But she's playing herself every week. Mm-hmm. Every week you're on, you look stupid. Mm-hmm. Like, that's... You shouldn't be... Anyway. So Demetria, I guess she's a friend of Cynthia's, so she's there. Mm-hmm. My name is Demetria such and such. I've been in a relationship for 7/8, she's not even sure, years, with Roger Bob.
She keeps saying his entire
name. Why are you saying his name? Nobody asked you who your relationship with. Nene didn't say who her husband was. Nobody said who they're with. That was not a question.
And that shows her insecurity. She's got to tell everybody she's dating him because she's not
secure.
And she needs to make sure that
everybody knows.
Exactly, so they don't... it's almost like you're protecting your man or you're trying to fish for information, which
and you played yourself because it backfired on you. Because had you not said Roger Bob, what happened wouldn't have happened. Because everybody would be like, okay, next. And she's like, he's my best friend, and the D is good.
Yeah, someone whispered, don't ever tell somebody
like that. Why would you say that?
Yeah,
first of all, that he's my best friend shit annoys me because that's like...
She's saying that because she knows he's out there.
Yeah.
And she's got to be like, he's sleeping with me. Yeah. So it's almost like to...
let you know.
Yeah. Letting all other girls know that that's mine. But it's because you're not secure enough because you think he's slinging it somewhere.
And it's like, it's counterproductive. Because, you're going to go tell people that if you're so worried about him, you don't go and tell other women how good your man is in bed. You don't do that, number one. That's a grown woman, no. You don't do that because some chick is going to want, but really? Let me find out how good that dude is.
And I know his first and last name now, so I'm going to figure it out.
And he's a good man. All a woman needs to do is see a man who's a good man to somebody else. Then they want him. Mm-hmm. That's stupid. Why are you bringing up his name? Nobody asked you. He's my best friend. I'm assuming that y'all like each other if you're in a relationship. You don't have to tell me that he likes me, I like him, we talk, we have fun, we kiss. Like, that's so fucking childish. Mm-hmm. You played yourself, bitch. So, basically, she plays herself. Old girl on the other side, Candy's friend with the purple hair, says, wait.
You dated Roger Bob?
She said, you dated Roger Bob? She said, what, you said for how long? You said you was broken up for a year? Oh, and then Demetria also said, we were off for all this information. We took a year off because he needed to see if he could be without me.
And so he realized that he couldn't be without me, so.
What was all that information? Mm-hmm. And that's your conclusion. He realized no, bitch, he probably just got tired of fucking other bitches. And just say, this bitch is in the long haul. Mm-hmm. She's easy to deal with. I could tell her anything, obviously. She's loving me like this. I'll take this bitch. Yeah. Because I can still do what I want to do anyway. Mm-hmm. And I like how Claudia was like, she's like, he has lots of... Oh, no. She was talking about Portia when she was talking about he has lots of Porsches. And I'm not talking about the car. Yeah. Talking about her new relationship. Bye, Felicia. But, so then here goes old girl. She's like, oh, well, y'all... You said for a year? November when? What time?
The girl asked her... the Demetria, how long were y'all broken up for?
Okay,
a year and a half? And she goes, yeah. And she goes, oh, I dated Roger Bob. And then that's when she was like, well, when did you date him? And the girl was like, well, not this past November, but the November before that. But it didn't even matter because you already said you was been for 8 years. Yeah. So one of those years,
you was dating her too.
And the girl looked her straight in the face and just kept nodding like, mm-hmm.
But the girl, you could tell she kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I felt like it was a little catty. Because really and truly, if you really wanted to share that information with her for her own good, you would have pulled her aside and told her.
Right, that's true.
You wouldn't have told her in front of everybody. You wouldn't have told her on camera. So part of me felt like it was
Right.
It was intentional.
They knew, or they knew the information and the producers like, well, you need to say it there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it is.
Like, they probably interviewed her and was like, to see if she was a good candidate or whatever. And then... because everybody runs the same circle, probably, and they go, oh, well, can you, what's her name? Demetrius, you guys dated the same guy. Well, yeah, I think that's something that you should let her know.
Yeah.
And then she probably said it wherever she wanted to say it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, maybe there was no other time that she was going to.
Demetria opened the door for her to say, I'm dating Roger Bob. And to start, talking about his accolades and, how good he is and also the crap. And then, even the details we broke up for. That nobody needs to know you broke up for you. Nene didn't mention that we got divorced and remarried.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, we were together for 19 years. Mm-hmm. End of story. Let somebody ask you a question that would introduce that. But you open the door for us. So she played us up in Demetria's face.
And everybody's face at the table. I mean, it was like good TV times whatever. Because
they caught
everybody's expression. And it lingered for so long that after a while people was like, Claudia was like, this is some real shit. And then some other people had their head down. Like, it was like a lot awkward. Of... Nene was even like, everybody's looking off to the side, twisted lips. It was like nobody knew what to say.
It was uncomfortable to watch Demetria's face. Because she didn't even play it off well. Mm-hmm. She just, what? When did you date him? And then she got up and left.
Yeah.
Which was, I guess, the best thing, as opposed to arguing.
Yeah, because how do you sit through?
What do you say?
When you sit through, because nothing else. Even if they try to move on and ask Kenya her status and where she's in her relationship,
nobody's gonna care.
And even anybody else, everybody else is like, you're still thinking about it. You think about what other people else is thinking about it, and it just wasn't a good.
And you look in her face and could tell she knew it was true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't even like a defensive, like, no, that's not. She knew it, and she was embarrassed, and she felt stupid, and that's why she got up and she walked away. Yeah. But then when she went outside, and Cynthia followed her, and she's like, well, I know Roger, or whatever. What did she say? I know him.
She said, do you think that she's lying?
Yeah.
Cynthia said, do you think that she's lying?
Yeah.
And she said she has to be. She goes, do you know her? Have you seen her before? She goes, no, but I know him.
Which means she's telling
you know him. That's why you have to put everything out there. Yeah. Because that's just to say that's my man. Because you know that everybody knows him and he's probably out there.
And he's been around.
Yeah, so you have to be like, he's with me. Yeah. He's with me. That's exactly what it is.
How old are we? Mm-hmm. And it was sad to watch. I really felt sorry for her that she's so insecure that she felt like she needs to do that. And it's not about looks. Like, your security doesn't have to be tied to your looks.
I mean,
I just kind of look at her like, you have a career. You are an actress, a working actress. Mm-hmm. You're a pretty girl. You're of a certain age. It's just sad that you're so insecure that this is what you have to do. And this is what you're willing to submit yourself to this humiliation on television.
Yeah, and he's a nerd. He might be a great guy, but it's not like he's Boris Kudrow.
This is my thing. Like, if I'm gonna sit around and mention who I'm dating, if I feel so inclined to do it, and I still wouldn't do it, I'd be like, yeah, my man is Usher. Like, if I'm gonna pull a name out, it's gonna be somebody who jaws are gonna drop. Like, wow, you Usher's girl. Like, and I still wouldn't do it. Mm-hmm. But if I was gonna do it, it's not gonna be I'm dating Roger Bob.
It just sounds like a character name too.
It does. It sounds like some
Roger
joke.
Bob.
That's whose name is Roger Bob. Whose last name is Bob? Like, it sounds like some...
And she just keeps referring to him as Roger Bob.
Who refers to their Bo in their first and last name? Yeah. My man's... Even anything. My man's name is Roger.
She made it sound like... I guess maybe he's the hot thing in Atlanta. It's kind of like saying Tyler Perry or Boris Kudrow, like I said. It's probably one of those things where his name is well known enough that you have to say his first and last name.
But if he's really your man and Atlanta is so small, everybody would know that's your man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, yeah, you're right. It's just reaching. It's sad.
She should have just said, I've been in a relationship for 8 years, whatever the case may be. It's been really going great. Yeah. And then, like you said, it's so small, people be like, I know who she's talking about. Yeah. Or I've seen her around with him. Yeah. That must be who she's talking about. Or if they're not sure... Oh, is that the Roger? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's my man.
I've seen y'all before.
Yeah, you guys make a good couple.
Yeah, this chick is playing herself every week.
Yeah.
I wonder what she's going to do. Yeah, next week she's going to play herself again because she's up there arguing with somebody. She needs to just go sit down. Yeah. Because even if she becomes part of the show, nobody's going to respect her.
No. She doesn't have a strong enough personality. No. The things that she's been saying is not very...
And I would accept... if he proposed to me with a Cheerio, I would accept... Like, you're playing yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, the things that... You are not ashamed of the shit that's coming out of your mouth. You sound so desperate.
I just need to know how old she is. Not that would make any difference anyway.
I think she's in her late 20s or her... I mean, she's probably in her early 30s.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would make a difference, but it's just... I'm just curious to know.
I'm going to look it up just out of curiosity. I mean, what's her last name?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm going to say Lucas, and I don't know where I get that from.
Lucas.
It could be. I don't know where I got that. Demetria. It is Lucas.
Oh, look at you.
Or maybe not. No? Oh no, Demetria Lucas. That's that girl with the big hair from. Oh God, what's that show that they had in New York with the girl? She's a blogger or something.
Oh, that girl.
Blood, Sweat, and Heels. That's where I heard the name Lucas from.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so it's not Demetria McKinney. That's her last name.
McKinney.
Demetria McKinney. Let's see if she has an eye. She's 35, girl. She born in 79. She's grown.
Grown.
She's too grown for that. I don't feel sorry for you.
But she's got that stupid mentality.
She does. She has that, But again, your age and all that stuff means nothing in the grand scheme of things because, it's all about your experience and who you are, what you bring to the table. But let me talk about the funniest shit because we all had the jaw drop at that moment because that was great. But it was everybody's reactions, and I loved it when they were like, all right, Kenya, you want to go next? And Kenya just bust out laughing because she couldn't even hold it in. Like, the polite thing to do would be to not laugh, but she couldn't even do it. And that's some shit that I would do. I would probably just bust out laughing because I got to get that out just so I can move on to the next moment. And Kenya's like, so we want to move on? Are we sure?
He says, this is about you going to go on with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll play along. But I loved everybody's reaction afterwards. Like, well, that's why, you don't do this and you don't say that. And, like, they called her on her everybody called on her shit. Like, there's a room full of grown women. Everybody knew better except for you.
Yeah.
But I like Kenya was mature in that she's like, well, he told me that was his lady.
Yeah.
That was nice of her. Because, she could have been like, well, I know Roger Bob.
She said that was, I know him and he said that was his lady.
Yeah.
But that was like just, almost like just now, like you said, like the last podcast was kind of like, that's a script that was handed to me like an hour ago. So that's my lady. That's
that chick, I claim her.
You know what I mean? It was one of those after the fact.
That's me, kind of sort of.
Yeah.
But that shit was hilarious. And everybody was just like, yeah, well, that's what you get when you...
But the funniest thing is when she's like, and he's good in the bed, and everybody's like, oh, somebody was, you don't talk about that. No, you don't.
You don't do that.
That's like rule number one.
You don't.
Especially, you don't know these people. It's not like you're in a one-on-one relationship, conversation.
He can't be trusted.
Yeah.
That's just like, I'm going to go and drive my, my X5 up to the bad neighborhood and tell people where I left the keys. Yeah. It's just dumb. Like, you just know, like, you
don't know any of these women.
Stupid. But again, I don't know what she wants. I don't know, it's just insecurity. She wants recognition. Maybe she wants to shame him into being faithful. Maybe she tells enough people that he can't cheat because the pics are, well, aren't you so-and-so's girl? Maybe that's it.
I don't want to run into her and she give me,
maybe it's defensive dating.
Yeah.
And she's like, I just keep putting it out there. Bitches will know. And they
that's a good one. Defensive dating. That is a good one.
I can't put my finger on her.
Because she seems to always Roger Bob, as if she needs to kind of, like I said, she knows he's out there and she's got to be like, she got to cut it short. She's ruining every chance of him meeting someone and her being in the dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta let everybody know.
Yeah, now I think about it, I think that's what
stupid.
it is. Yeah, she's trying to hedge her bets.
Mm-hmm. This is this part right now.
Oh my God, it's on right now, folks. And it's in the background. She got blue hair. She's like a Smurf.
She's so delusional.
Yeah, that's a good word for her.
He needed to leave me to see if he could be without me.
That's what he told you?
Those are all in her head.
No, you think? I think he might have told her some shit like that.
Think?
Yeah, he might have said like, I need this time just to see if I could be without you. I could see him saying some shit like that. That sounded some shit Cisco from freaking Love and Hip Hop New York would say.
That's true.
I just need this,
That's true.
To know. I know I love you, but I just need to know if I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
To see how much I love you. Some dumb shit. I can't even get the shit out of my mouth.
And it made sense to her because it don't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to make sense out of something that don't make sense. I can't even think of a line that sounds right.
Even like I said, the pseudo doctor.
Yeah, is looking at her like, really, girl? Really? But the girl's face, Candy's friend, she kind of looked at her like, bitch, yeah, bitch, hold that.
I know you've been walking around saying Roger Bob quite a bit. I heard about you.
But I got
something to tell you.
That, and the level, I like how the girls was looking back and forth. Like, what you gonna say? Like a tennis match. So she said. So she said she dated him. So what you gonna say? What you got for that? Nothing.
Everybody. You have to get up.
Yeah.
At one point,
You had no choice. You gotta get up. You just need to leave. Don't come back in the room.
Yeah, don't even come back in the room.
Your next call should be to Roger Bob.
Yep.
That's what you need to call. Like, you know a chick with blue hair?
Yep.
You know
she may not have been blue at the time. I dated Roger Bob.
And he's going to hit you with the, you need to stop listening to people. You too.
I know him. You don't.
No, you don't know him. Because if you really knew him, you wouldn't have to do all of that. Mm-hmm. But the sad thing about this chick is that there's so many women like her out there. That's women true. Her age and older, and I know some of them personally, who just are so caught up in their man that they just lose themselves and they do all this dumb shit just to keep, you can't keep somebody who doesn't want to be kept, number one. And
no matter what you do.
No matter what you do, no matter what tricks you do, no matter what holes you let him come in, you cannot do it. And that's some shit that you should know. And I hate to put ages on things, but at least by the age 30, that's something you should fucking know.
Mm-hmm. You may not want to accept it. And it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
But it is.
Or really even if you have him on some level, maybe because you got him to marry you, or maybe you have a kid, or maybe you living together.
Yeah.
He's still not yours if he's not yours. Even if he don't come home every night, or if, he's got other women on the side, or if he's not invested, or he doesn't respect you, he's not yours.
Yeah.
And just throwing his name out every 5 minutes is not going to validate it. It's not going to make your relationship any stronger. And, stop putting your energy on other bitches and stopping them from being around your man. And focus on your man.
Yeah.
And what he's doing, what energy he's putting out, or what he's physically doing
and if he's worth you
to bring these bitches into his circle. Mm-hmm. You can't just fight the rest of, it's just, even from a numbers point of view, you cannot stand here, you have a man, and you just going to fight off bitches all
for
day
the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. Just blocking bitches.
Yeah.
Who wants to do that?
Sometimes it's like she's coming out, like you said, defensively. I'm going to put this out there.
She's
so
like a fucking...
don't come over here.
What's that person who guards the net?
The goalie,
hockey, the goalie. She's like a goalie. Roger Bob's in the net. And she's just knocking. She's just blocking pussy. Who has time for that?
It's too much energy. And at 35, you should know that you cannot spend your time doing that. How long? He's gonna find it.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna be in the back, cutting a little hole in the net, and he's gonna scoop out in the back. And you're gonna think he's back there,
and you're still in the front.
You're still in the front blocking. Meanwhile, he's on the other side of the rink.
Yeah.
You can't
coming and going.
Exactly. Bringing bitches and bringing pucks in from the back, and you over here with your freaking face guard and your
your face guard.
It's just like, how many times have we seen this?
Yeah.
And women still don't get the memo. Grown ass women. My thing is either or you accept what it is. If your man's a cheater and that's what he does, and you accept it for whatever reason, you think you can't do better, you need the money, you whatever, then
you're
sit
in a good
your
position.
ass down and shut up and accept it. Turn your cheek the other way.
And utilize your time and
the best
doing
way.
Something else.
Do something with yourself. Mm-hmm. But you cannot spend all day checking phones and checking bitches and looking at people sideways and questioning people. Who got time and energy for that?
I mean, you got upset with a woman that took a picture with him random, and you know it's his business to be around these kind of people.
And then you got mad at the woman, not him.
Yeah. So if he took a picture with Janet Jackson on some press thing, you're going to be like, I'm not fucking with Janet. When I see Janet next time, I'm going to have to let her know that that's my man. Come on. That's his job.
Yeah.
So
you can't
you can't handle that. You can't handle that. He's going to always be making deals. People going to be sitting in his office just like Kenya Moore was sitting in his office making deals, and you either have to trust that he does it, or like you said, accept that he's probably going to sleep with some of them and keep a close eye and maintain the money, whatever it is that you need to do.
Whatever you're getting out of that relationship, focus on that. Yeah. Because the fidelity is not part of the deal.
No.
It's not in the contract, bitch.
He feels like he can do that because of the status he is or whatever.
Because he's paid for you.
Or he's not serious about you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We're at 19 minutes. I'm going to stop here.
Yeah. It's been really good.
Yeah, it has. These This is great. I'm upset because, this is ratchet. The sad thing is that this shit is really, like, this is supposed to be classy, upscale ladies, but they're giving us ratchet.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what we're going to see next week on Love and Hip Hop New York. Well, tonight. Yeah, but we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, we sure have to.
We'll have to pick up with Diamond and Cisco.
Oh, good God.
Good God. And Tara and Peter Guns.
Yes, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It's going to be good shit.
Yes.
All right.